Hi learners, this is Teacher Giant. Let's go! Let's learn! Hi learners! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So, for today's lesson, we are going to talk about compound personal pronoun. So, compound personal pronouns are formed by adding self or selves to personal pronouns. Let us go first to singular personal pronouns like my, your, him, her, and it. Now, add self to it. So it will read as myself, yourself, himself, herself, and itself. The plural personal pronouns like are, your, and them. Then add selves to it, and it will read ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Remember that yourself is singular, but yourselves is plural. Notice the spellings. As you know, there are several types of pronouns. Among them are reflexive pronoun and intensive pronouns. Now, let's learn about reflexive pronouns. A reflexive pronouns comes when the subject and the object refer to the same person or thing. That is when the action of the verb turns back on the subjects, just as we reflect in a mirror. For example, the dog bit itself. Here, the reflexive pronoun is itself, which refers back to the noun, which is the dog. Let's take the next sentence. Are you talking to yourself? In this sentence, the reflexive pronoun is yourself, which is referring to the noun you. Reflexive pronouns are usually objects of the verb. The reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, and ourselves. It always ends with self or selves and refers to another noun or pronoun in the sentence. Now let's go to another pronoun, and that is intensive pronouns. Now, when the reflexive pronoun used to emphasize the noun, they are called intensive pronouns. They are used to say something forcefully. Okay, let's take these examples. He himself informed me. Another example, they themselves saw it. Himself and themselves emphasize the action of the subject, that is he and they. So the intensive pronoun is himself and themselves. Now, how can we know in the sentence whether it is a reflexive or intensive pronoun? Let's take these examples for better understanding. That shows the relation between reflexive and intensive pronoun. She wounded herself. She herself cut the cake. In the first sentence, she wounded herself. She is the subject, wounded is the action she's doing, and herself is the reflexive pronoun. That is referring back to the subject. That is the girl, she. Let's take a look at the next sentence. She herself cut the cake. Again, she is the subject. Herself is the intensive pronoun which is emphasizing the subject, that is she, the girl, who is doing the action cutting the cake. Reflexive pronouns shows that the action of the subject reflects upon the doer. However, an intensive pronoun simply emphasizes the action of the subject. I hope it is clear, my dear learners. Now, let's take a few more sentences and quickly state whether it is reflexive pronoun or intensive pronoun. They bought themselves new shoes. The underlined word is themselves. It is reflecting the action or the subject. That's why it is a reflexive pronoun. They themselves prefer to stay at home. Themselves. It is emphasizing, that's why it is an intensive pronoun. We blame ourselves for the trouble. Ourselves. Again, it is reflecting the action. That's why it is a reflexive pronoun. Number 4. You yourself can tell us about the problem. Yourself. It is again emphasizing, so it is an intensive pronoun. Last, he himself told us the news. It is an intensive pronoun. Did you notice that intensive pronoun usually comes just after the subject? I hope you learned something. Thank you and God bless. Stay tuned for more videos and updates. Bye!